Welcome to Wigglesticks TV. The next part of the puzzle has finally arrived from DHL. This took a little while to come because of the COVID shipping delays, but it will solve the last piece of our front wheel problem. And we have a very nice set of EBC brake rotors. I will just get a knife and then I will be back to show you. Obviously, and we have a couple of rotors, very light use. I did try to order some locally, but they didn't have any in stock new, and then these ones came up on the SRAD users group, so I will grab the front wheel out and start to put these on. Uh, 23 Newton meters of torque is what we need to torque the brake disc bolt down to. So there we are, rotors are on both sides. We have our brake rotors installed. Looks pretty nice. Correct size. Front wheels are in the bike now, everything mounts up well. Even the spacers and everything with the Brembos mount on there super well. So I'm going to pull these off now and take it over to get the steel lines run. May as well get the rear done as well. But so we've got the front set up with the EBC rotors, the Brembo calipers with the adapter, and then we'll just run the braided lines as per normal up to the standard master cylinder. Yeah. So another little bit of extra progress going on. Just got back from picking up the missing throttle cable, so now I will unwrap this and put it in the motorcycle. We just need an engine to connect these things to, and then we can open and close our carburetors and get some real power coming out of this thing. Obviously, these are temporarily installed. We'll go back through them, install them properly once we get the engine and carbs and everything in, but at least we have all the components in place now, so small victories. One of the other things I went and did the other day was actually space out the handlebars and levers and everything correctly, because before they were way in here, so now they're pretty much in the right spot as far as I can tell. Based off my 98, they seem to feel in roughly all the measurements and stuff are the same as on my 98, so once I get the brake lever and everything back with the braided lines, I'll be able to put the other lever on and actually see how it all sits properly. So front wheel at the moment has no calipers on it because they're over at my cones. One thing I'm on the lookout for now is a way to... I'm getting rid of this whole switch block because we don't have lights or anything like that, but I still want to be able to run the choke, so I'm just in the process of trying to find a solution to mount the choke cable somewhere else because it's ran in there at the moment. From the last video, I'm pretty sure we ran it. It's this one here. So I'll probably just look at making up something that can run it off here or somewhere like that. So if you got any suggestions on how to mount the choke, please drop a link down in the comments or something, or flick me a message on, yeah. So I'm just making up a little connector here so I can run the starter motor back to the earth. So I've just got this wire that I just made. See, once it's connected to the motor, it'll earth out properly, but at least this way I can connect the positive to this one, and then this will go earth back to the frame properly, and it should be good to spin it over from a little press of the button. So we'll see how we go. Why the starter wouldn't actually tick over, and it's because I don't have the clutch safety mechanism bridged, so I will just sort that out and then we'll give it another shot. So I have quickly bridged the clutch, and now we will see if once we click the start button over, if we can actually get power into the starter motor. I'm just going to hold. So obviously the awesome thing about that is that we can actually now start our bike. So that's a pretty good little milestone for us. All the wiring and everything seems to work, which is good. In the last video I put up of the 98 SRAD, the headlight was broken in that, and I just got my new headlight for that, arrived in the mail today. So I might plug it into here. Just a little test placement on there, so when I flick the switch on the handlebars, we should get some lights on the front. Not that I'm going to use these, but it's good to see that the wiring harness actually works if this comes on. So I only have one headlight plugged in at the moment, but that's a good sign that the wiring is working and in sound condition. So yeah, kind of looks a bit more like a bike with that on there as well. So a little bit more progress. What I have decided to do is get rid of this switch block completely and run a push button start on the triple here, mainly because I think it just looks a bit more interesting, and then it just press button will start down. So I'm just in the process of figuring out the wiring and stuff for that particular component of it. I think I have another right hand switch wiring that I'll use as the basis for that, and I'm just waiting on some parts to arrive to actually start wiring this up and configuring the dash with a start button and then some on off toggle switches in here, mainly to try to avoid splicing wires together like this. So we'll be able to get rid of this whole switch blocks as well just by doing a bit more of a race focused dash on here. So that will probably be in the next episode, as I'm still waiting on a few bits and pieces to arrive, but it's getting there slowly.